Welcome back to it. It is the Cruz Show Podcast. My name is Jeff G, producer of the Cruz Show and host of the podcast. We have Nico Blitz here. We have Jackie Ramirez here. And, of course, we have Jay Cruz. Thank you guys for joining us real quick here today. We've been so busy, we haven't been able to put out one of these episodes. I'm going to be honest. Like, it's busy.
We're in album mode, bro.
For real.
We're in album mode.
My wife's like, you're leaving again? Another interview? You guys have had a lot of interviews. I'm like, no shit.
And we've been having a lot of, like, early interviews, too.
Putting that work in. Is that a complaint or a statement?
No, I'm just saying.
Jackie got to wake up an hour earlier now.
Yeah. I'm just saying. We've been having, like, a lot of early interviews.
Very early
and normally
on,
we start, like, our day at 12.
A lot of people don't see it. A lot of people don't see what really goes into putting together this afternoon show. It's a lot,
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but that's what it takes.
I mean, it's beyond 2 to 7.
It's very much beyond 2 to 7.
It's 24/7.
And much to Jackie's dismay, it's before noon as well. A lot of times.
Yep.
You started out Gen Z AF.
Yeah.
Before noon, I'm not in, bro.
It's a little tough. I'm gonna be honest.
So all these interviews, we've had a ton of people in. We can run down the list, but before we do that, I'm curious to see you guys' favorite moments, because there's so many little moments that we see maybe that don't make it to social media, or little things that happen during the conversation. Nico, I'm gonna start with you because you're new to the show. You've been on here
like a month?
Yeah, about a month.
Only a month?
A month and a half.
Oh, okay. I was going to be like, bro, I feel like
what's
it's
been your
forever.
favorite moment? Because this is all new to you, this daily grind and having people every day to interview and stuff.
I mean, I biasly enough, being from the Bay Area, I'd say my favorite interview has been Too Short. And just because, not just because he's from the Bay, but because he just gave so much game during that interview. And it's a lot of things that I didn't even realize that I was internalizing over the years, listening to his music. But just being there, y'all saw me. I was like low-key shaking just a little bit.
You were geeky. You were shaking a lot.
No, rightfully so, dog. That's Too Short. You're from the Bay Area. That's the town, right? So it's hometown for you. It hits different for sure.
Was there a particular moment in that interview?
I mean, could I just say the artist intro was what it was? Because he said, you know what I mean? He said he was going to use it after his shows. He said that he's never heard a Too Short mix like that before, and it was his favorite one of Too Short mixes. And I'm like, bro, this guy really just said that. It was crazy.
For context, after the interview, what was that conversation like in the elevator, Jackie?
He was just hella hyped. He was just very proud of himself. I was very proud of him because he worked hard on these artist intros too.
Yeah,
but I know this one, he really wanted to not just show up for Too Short. He wanted to show up for himself, and he's also showing up for all the people that are watching him back home too. Nico
and the Bay and the West Coast, and of course showing up for the Cruz Show, man. You know what I mean?
We appreciate it greatly.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys have definitely offered me the platform to do what I do, and you guys allowed me to not only shine but get better in just a span of a month and a half. I feel like I've elevated in all aspects from just being on this show.
Yeah, those intros have gone up a few notches, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and we appreciate that, and we applaud it.
Yeah, let's watch it right now for everybody that didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, Too Short is on the Cruz Show. Let's get it to Sexyy. What up with it, man?
Well, damn, I've never been impressed by a Too Short mix like that.
Wow, yes!
Yeah, man, intro by Nico Blitz right there. He's so excited you're here, dog. It's crazy. We all are, but he's from the Bay, you feel me? So
that was just, I'm in the mindset of production and DJing and MCing and, and that was a lot of mathematics for a really short clip.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, sir.
A lot of thought into that.
A lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of work goes into that for sure,
You listen to it for a minute or two and you think it's just that was...
right?
But you know what? I'm not going to lie, though. I've done artist intros for the show a lot, but that one, I got to say, was the easiest because I've just been a fan of you forever, bro.
But I thought you were going to lie and go, you know what? I made that shit in one take.
One take.
I'm not going to lie, but I just did that with one take.
Jackie's his fiance. They live together. They work together, right?
That's why you were looking at me like that.
Yeah.
She's like, how you like the next song? How you like the next song? No words, just eyes.
For her man.
That's how you react. I'm going to have to deal with that whole crazy, bro.
No, that's right. So the process of making this intro, I mean, can you talk about it, Jack?
Bro,
be honest.
I'm telling you, he was talking to himself I thought he was trying to ask me for advice. I was like, oh yeah. He's like, no, I'm just talking to myself. I got it. I was like, okay, my bad.
It's a lot of math into that. You got to add it up tempos and, breaks and what you can do. It's a lot.
Yeah, Nico, those aren't easy, man. So thank you very much. And you have elevated. I love that you said that earlier, because I think that's the only way people grow. You have to constantly want to be able to push yourself and get better and fine tune, because if you're just satisfied, you're not going to ever get anywhere. You know, that's the truth. Jackie, favorite interview moment over the last month or so?
I would have to say Giveon's reactions to us being like just so like deep cut questions that he was just like not sure how we knew that information. And I love that. I love when like we catch an artist off guard and they get to like, we really get to see them in a different light, and and like their fans get to see them in a different light. Yeah. Like I remember, like, this is an interview that like happened way before, but like I remember with like Jid, he started talking about whales and everyone's like, yo, he started lighting up when he started talking about whales. And that's how I felt like Giveon was talking, like when he started talking about his dog walking business, interior design and everything like that. And he was just like, how y'all know this shit like about me? Like,
yeah, it was amazing. Let's watch that clip right there. Interior design, I think, was the one. Let's watch it.
Are you still thinking about doing interior design?
How you know that? Somebody, I told you. You asked me that? No. You, Nico. In 2020?
No. Oh, no, I didn't ask you in 2020.
Nah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a fan of just art. Aesthetic. And anything that I do on my free time just for fun, I could see myself at some point venturing off and doing that. But it's not high on a priority list for sure, though.
I feel it. Yeah. Like something to like lean back on or...
No, I just like it because sometimes it's the same approach I had with music. A lot of I really got into writing specific songs and stories because it wasn't exactly what I was trying to hear. So if there's like a cool chair or something that I can't find, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna just make it.
That's right.
And then sometimes I notice when people would come over, they'll be like, oh, where's that from?
It becomes a conversation piece.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, maybe somebody else wants it.
That's right.
So.
Very dope. So you've designed furniture, like your own furniture?
Well, I've designed things that are custom to me, and someone asks me, where is that from? And I'm like, oh, no, this is just mine.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
It's a one-on-one.
This is a Giveon.
Like certain clothes or tank tops or stuff that I'll get like 6 of them made, and someone's like, that's a nice tank top. Where is that from?
Wow.
I'm like, oh, no, this is just...
It's all me right here.
Yeah, catching him off guard was great. He was a really good dude, and I can't wait to see what he does next. It's been a minute since he dropped a record, so I'm glad that 20th is out, and I'm glad he's got an album on the way and everything.
Tour on the way.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude right here from Long Beach, man. Make sure you watch that interview. Cruz, favorite moment?
I have 2.
Okay.
I have 2.
You always have, bro.
But they're kind of related.
Moment is not plural.
Yeah, bro.
Moment is singular.
2, man.
You asked Cruz for like this top 3. He's like, I have a top 10.
Nah. All right. So Shoreline Mafia talking about how they were nervous to perform at Coachella in front of 80,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, and even at this level, and they've done several performances throughout their career, but they were, you know, they're back. I think they took like a 5-year break or hiatus from being
Something
a group, right? No, Jeezy continued to do his thing, and now they're back and they dropped back in business, and you know they have a Supreme collab, they have their Born and Raised collab, the album is out now, Coachella, right, in front of 80,000 people, and being nervous, I think, was a very honest reaction, right, like a very honest answer. And I appreciated that because it tells their fans too, like, yo, it's not easy. It's more than what you see on screen. Right?
And they're people at the end of the day. You get nervous.
100%.
You get nervous about things that you care about, you know?
But, you know, I think it's the fact that they're also, like, healthy, sober, also in fatherhood as well. Like, I think they've also elevated their mindset. So, like, you bring that to the Coachella stage, it's like, I mean, everyone saw how crazy they rocked the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate their growth for sure.
Let's watch that clip right now.
How excited are you guys for Coachella?
Super excited.
You guys just have this energy that you're just like,
it's a lot going on. Like, we haven't stopped working. We haven't stopped doing videos. We did 2 videos last week.
Okay.
We just haven't got a moment to even think, but it's coming, and it's coming fast. Pause.
Right. Pausa. But y'all, you know, we understand that Coachella set is just different, right? Like, that's just like,
I just can't wait till we in the moment walking like behind the stage and it's happening.
What's that like? Like, you know, a minute before you hit that stage and you look out. Everyone looks out or like past the curtain, see the crowd. Yeah. Is it nerve-wracking?
Yeah, that's
even
when I
at
get
y'all level.
Yeah, that's when I get a little bit of butterflies. Like looking out, we're like, oh, we about to do this shit for real.
Maybe not for like. I mean, I'm always excited to perform, whether it's
100%.
like whether it's 700 people or 7,000, but 80,000 is a lot. Like,
That's a lot, bro. We might have to take a shot for that one.
Yeah,
somewhere.
maybe.
hit something
And it's
before we get up
Coachella, you know. I might go up.
Hippie shit. We gotta smoke.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Are you guys planning to go out into the crowd at Coachella?
Yeah,
for
for
sure
sure.
he is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wait, what?
yeah, put them ski masks on, and bounce out.
Okay. We got security following y'all.
Yeah, we gonna be deep.
Yeah.
We got security.
Take off the jewelry.
We got
just in
security.
case?
No.
Leave
It's
it on.
Coachella's a good crowd.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
good
good vibe.
Good
Yeah.
vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is number 2, Cruz?
Hanumankind also talking about his Coachella performance and that effing Mexican food that he had in Mexico.
Let's watch the Mexican food clip. I love that. He was so
Yeah.
passionate about it, dude.
That's right. Yeah. Are you ready for Coachella?
I am. I mean, as ready as I can be.
Yeah.
I guess.
You got the show
Yeah.
set out.
I do. This is the first show in America. We were just talking about this, so you know we're gonna go do Coachella and see how it goes.
Wow. It's a
Yeah.
legendary stage.
It is with some legendary people. I just hope that I can go do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, and again, this is the kind of stuff that we've heard about, dreamt about, but we'll only know when you know.
Nah, yeah. Go
Yeah.
do that shit. Go kill it, bro.
I will, my brother. I will do that shit. You know what I mean?
You going up there solo? You bring in your squad? What are we doing? You bring
I
in your
try to
people?
bring as many of my people back with me. Yeah, and that's a lot.
So they on stage, right?
I mean, y'all down? With it? Yeah, I mean, we have some cool stuff planned out, but yeah, I think that I'd like to have as many of my people there as possible, or else what's the point?
Yeah.
That's another good guy right there, man.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
really like
I'm
him.
rooting for him, man.
Yeah, rooting for him as well.
He's brown.
I will end this. I will end this particular segment with Sexyy Red. Her talking about her relationship with Tyler, the Creator, and working and how easy it was for them to work together. And she was just a whole lot of fun, man. And I loved her. Watch this.
What's it like working with Tyler, the Creator?
Fun.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
In the studio together, vibing?
Yes. I knew it was gonna be fun. He's so funny. He funny. He everything I thought he was gonna be.
He said some wild shit too.
Yes.
But it's just Tyler, the Creator.
Yes, it's
yeah.
like you already know. Like it's funny. He's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I love him.
No, he's fucking hilarious. He's just like, yo, on there deep throating hot wings and shit, promoting music. It's like, yo, bro, does everything have to
He
be
crazy.
that? He's wild, though,
Yeah,
right?
I like wild people.
But he's a genius, I think, in what he does musically. And to hear Sexyy Red, Glorilla, and fucking Tyler, Creator, like that was just crazy. with
Dreams
that
come
sticky.
true, for real. Because that was one of my features I used to always say I wanted to work with. Tyler, Creator. Because I used to grow up watching his shows and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And hearing his other music, and I used to really love him. Like, I had a weird phase when I was little. I was awkward, and I used to love him.
Oh.
What's your favorite Tyler song of all time? Outside of Sticky.
I don't know. It's one song that when he had blood and stuff coming out his mouth. I used to listen to it when I was little, but I don't remember. He used to have a blood crawling out his mouth. And
Oh,
then-
yeah. Yonkers.
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 Yeah,
It's called Yonkers.
Yeah, that beat is
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. Look, now I got to go listen to it again. Y'all done brought me back.
Yonkers was crazy.
he says he's gonna stab Bruno Mars in his
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
Yeah, there we go.
You need a
Oh
song
my
with both
God.
of them on your new album.
That's
Every time.
stupid.
She was great, and she was admitted to being an introvert as well
Yeah.
in that interview,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And you would never really guess that based upon how she acts.
Nah,
Yeah.
right?
But,
you really
like-
don't know. But, when you turn it on, I guess you could turn it on,
Yeah.
Light switch.
Yeah, she was amazing, man. So listen, all those interviews available right now, Real 92.3 LA YouTube channel. They're probably above this video you're watching right now. So make sure you like, subscribe, and
Peep
share
it.
and do all that other stuff. I want to move on to Jackie and Nico. So it's been a month and a half, and you guys have now shared your entire days together for the most part. And you have put a lot of your lives on the air. One of the ones that we did recently was Nico's tattoo. And there was a revelation in that discussion that you had a tattoo from a previous woman on your body.
Yes.
And Jackie's parents did not know that. You have since covered up that tattoo. Jackie would like you to get a tattoo, but you're not in a big hurry to do that until maybe after the wedding and, taking things slowly in that regard. What happened when you went over to her parents' house the weekend after we talked about this.
Yeah, it was quick because we ended up going to we ended up eating that
like we had a
afternoon.
brunch.
And I thought they were just going to bring it up randomly, but it was kind of like this, where they just brought it up in a conversation. And then it was one of those situations where we were all just kind of laughing about it,
Yeah, because my brother and my sister-in-law were there too, and they knew about the tattoo. I think only in my family, maybe less than a handful of people knew. And that was,
your mom and dad didn't know, but other people knew.
Yeah, my brother.
Did they know that? Do they know that?
Well, now they do.
Now they do.
Yo,
yeah, but like
I'm
my
dad,
brother,
I'm sick.
my brother and my sister-in-law knew. One of my aunts who I'm very close to knew, and my cousin who's like my best friend. She knew.
Yeah.
So the only 4 people knew, and they just brought it up in conversation.
But here's something that they didn't realize was happening, and they all kind of pieced it together during that brunch. So a couple, when I first started dating Jackie, we would go over to her uncle's house, and they have a pool. So first of all, I can't swim. But when I am in a pool, I'll usually take off my shirt and whatnot. But Jackie knew I had the tattoo at the time, and I was like, "Dude, I think I gotta wear a shirt while I'm in this pool."
Because he didn't want people to know.
Yeah. But I also wanted to be cool with her family and be like, "Yeah, I'll hop in the pool. It's whatever." Yeah. So Jackie's sister-in-law was like, "Hey, so for all those summers where you were hopping in the pool, were you wearing a shirt purposely to hide the tattoo?" I said, "Duh, hell yeah." And then that's when her parents looked at me and yo, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering why I was doing that.
Yeah, because you would wear a shirt in the pool and they would be like, Nico isn't hot. I'm like, no. And then I just keep it moving. I just keep it pushing. So yeah. But he got the tattoo covered up, 2 years into our relationship?
Maybe, 2 years into the relationship.
Yeah, because the tattoo, you had it for a long time.
Oh, I had it through already so it was this is my
previous
2 exes ago.
Yeah.
So you would see it while you were dating him.
Yeah, well, how I found out about it was actually a funny story. So we were laying down, and I knew that he had his Blitz tattoo.
One on my wrist.
On the one on his wrist. And then I was like, okay. And then we were laying down, and I noticed that when he got up, he put his sleeve down immediately. And I was like, I wonder why he did that. I was like, he probably has a tattoo that he doesn't want me to know about. So then I asked him straight up, I was like, hey, how many tattoos do you have? And he's just like, 3. I was like, okay, you have the Blitz one. What's the other one? He goes, I have something that says family in Tagalog and on my back. I was like, cool. Where's the 3rd one? He goes, it's on my shoulder. Didn't specify what it was.
Yo, I was trying to push that conversation all the way for him.
Smart man.
And then I go, well, what's the tattoo on your shoulder? And he's like, I got it when I was young and blah, blah, blah. I was like, why? Is it someone's name? And I already knew. I already knew. I just knew. And
was
he's
it your intuition?
Yeah. And then he was just like, well, what if it is? I was like, well, how big is it? And then he showed me, and I went, can I cuss?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's dark. It was dark. It was full government, and it
wasn't full government.
Well, full first name government. It could have been a nickname. I could tell you that. It could have been a nickname.
Right.
And then it also had their date that they got together, which happened to be 2 days before my birthday.
Whoa. Which made things worse.
Oh, no. But I did tell him, I was like, hey, you got to get that covered up. If you're going to be with me.
You asked him to cover it up?
Yeah, I told him. Well, I didn't ask him.
You demanded.
I told him, I was like, hey, you're going to have to cover it up. I know that you were in a relationship prior to me for 5 years, and you need to get that covered up because I'm not dealing with that shit.
Whoa. Yeah. What'd you cover it up with?
Pokemon.
Now he can show you.
I got hella Pokemon on my arm.
Yeah. So
you can't even see it.
No, you can't even see it, dog.
Yeah.
You're straight.
You're good.
Cruz is like,
I mean, look, you got past that. You guys are good.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows there's no secrets.
Now we're engaged.
Listen, Nico, I want to give
you. Still won't get my name?
I want to give you a lot of credit because you put a lot of your life out on the air since you've been here in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, you have, Nico.
And you're always down. We'll go, hey, Jeff, go ask him if he's down to talk about that. And we'll walk over. You're always down. And I give you a lot of credit for that. It's not an easy thing to live your life in front of a bunch of people, but I think that's what's going to make people gravitate towards you that listen to this show. Yeah. So I just want to give you credit, man. I think it's fucking awesome.
Man, not that I like to make mistakes, but I'll take my mistakes and make sure that I learn from them.
Yeah.
And if other people can learn from it, or if I could learn from another person, that's what all this is about for me.
Yeah.
In terms of sharing my life on air.
Yeah. And if you laugh at it, it doesn't hurt as much. You know what I mean?
Nico very much doesn't care what people think. And
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
not
a
no more.
really
Great.
great quality to have.
Really good.
And that's what I'm still
It takes a
trying
lot
to learn
to get
from
there
him.
too. It takes a lot to get there. You know, it takes a lot of caring what people think to not care what people think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, something we do, I think we do here very well on the show is we create out of our mistakes, whether they're in the moment mistakes or life mistakes, we create something out of it. You know, and then we share with our audience so they can be entertained by it.
Yeah.
It's I mean, nothing is held back ever on this show. I would encourage everybody to go to the On Demand podcast and watch that or listen to that, the free iHeartRadio app, Cruz Show On Demand. Real quick here, I want to circle back to this because I didn't know you couldn't swim. I knew you couldn't swim.
I can't
Cruz.
swim, and I enter the pool with a shirt on.
Okay.
Oh, so you purposely do
So-
that?
I gotta hide these long highs, bro.
So if we were to able to get you swimming lessons, how interested would you guys be in taking them?
No.
You should.
I mean, I'm down. That's the thing.
I
I'm
know.
down.
Because what I
please
would-
sign him up because what I
you're
hate,
fine.
what I fucking hate is that when we go on
Jesus.
vacation and we go somewhere tropical, I always want to go snorkeling and stuff, and
Oh yeah, we went on the Disney cruise. We're on a
Yeah.
private island, and Nico was first to like get half naked and like was he approached the
Yeah.
ocean like he
Like,
can
he
do
knew,
this.
but
yeah.
then he was
But
on,
Jackie's
like, a
I want to
floaty.
go snorkeling. I want to do stuff, but
he was on like a donut, and then he started going towards the ocean. He's like, babe,
yeah.
and I had to
Help.
swim out and go get him.
bro, she like
Bro,
Jackie started ripping
You got
her
rescued
stuff
by
off.
your girl, dog.
Hey man, I'm with it.
Hey, Jackie started ripping off her stuff like she was a lifeguard. She was like, I gotta go save Nico, and she's taking her stuff off.
Did
and
she run in slow motion like
Yeah.
Baywatch? Bro?
Yeah, you know the hair was like moving in the wind and everything. Like it was like
No,
that.
it
She
was
picked
like-
them up, dog. Dropped them off in the sand. They made out. It was crazy.
And then, like, I always want to do excursions and stuff, and I'm just like, well, we can't. Like, I understand, like, you can wear, like, a life jacket. I
Go
get
do
that.
it by
but,
yourself,
like,
man.
Bro, I don't want to do it by myself. Like,
do it solo,
I want
dog.
to go do excursions and have to do it with water, and I can't do it because he doesn't know how to swim.
Can we make that a swimming summer for both of you guys?
Please.
A swimming
I
summer.
need-
with it.
I
That'd be
need
awesome.
I need a wetsuit.
I got those.
No, but I need
I
a
have
wetsuit
those.
my size.
I have those. You're good.
So
we
yes?
I
I
think
need
it
a
would be
3X. I need a
amazing.
3X wetsuit.
I think it would be amazing.
My
Just say yes
sweatsuit
or
got to be
no.
baggy, Garcia.
But then all the water gets in. There's no
No,
point.
I'll be straight. I'll be good.
Listen, I think that would be so
I
good
can
for you
float.
guys. And there's a lot of listeners that probably don't swim, and you would be inspiration.
Oh,
for those
Raza don't
people.
swim, bro. You already know, bro. Like Filipinos and Mexicans, we're not like historically great swimmers.
Well, see, the thing is, my family in the Philippines, they're all fishermen.
So there's
So they-
even
so
more
they know how
comedy
to
that.
swim.
they know. Well,
It's
out of
literally
survival.
Yes,
Out of
out of survival.
Survival.
In the city, ain't no water coming this way, so there's no survival needed to swim.
Right.
We live by the ocean, man. You should know how to
I
swim.
don't.
You live somewhere called the Bay. And how did you not know how to
Yeah,
swim?
but he's not jumping off bridges.
It's a cold bay.
It's a cold bay.
Learn how to swim for your future children.
Yeah, that part, and that's
Oh,
what I
there-
told him.
oh, there
That's
we
what I
go.
told him too. I was like, dude, how are we gonna go on family vacations and you're just on the sand and I'm with the kids over there and like,
That's how we do it.
no,
It's all good. I get like chest level. I'm straight.
no, I want to go in the water.
All right, we're gonna make this. We're gonna figure out a way to do this, guys. I think it'll be
Okay.
really great for you guys.
I think it'd
We'll
be
figure
healthy.
it out.
Hey, I'm with it.
I think you
All right.
guys, this would heal a little part of your childhood. I'm not gonna lie.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's a good point.
There's more. There's got to be more to that.
That's why I
to
said
do
a
that.
little part. I didn't say the whole thing. I
No,
said a
well,
little
so-
part.
Heal my childhood. What are we doing? Swimming in holy water? Like,
Swimming in sorrow.
yeah.
Swimming in sorrow and tears, bro.
Tears.
Well, listen, we'll figure this out. Want to thank everybody for joining us for a very quick episode today. Check out the interviews. Check out the On Demand podcast.
please.
All the
Thank
interviews
you.
are up also on podcast form, audio-wise.
It helps us.
iHeartRadio app, and, of course, Cruz Show. 2 to 7 every afternoon right here
Yep.
on
Yes,
Real
sir.
92.3.
All day.
Nico, welcome. We have to shout out Leslie as well, who is here every
That's
Wednesday
right.
for
Yeah,
Women
man.
Crush Wednesdays.
Yep.
And we talked about those surprise moments, Jackie, during interviews. We have to shout out Jordan, who does a ton of research for the
Our
show.
research
Yes.
team.
Thank you very much. She
Jordan
is the female
Moore.
Nardwar.
Jordan War, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What did we call her? Jordan, or was it
Was it
Jordwar?
Jordwar.
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 And shout out to Nasty Nate, who is here as well.
Who is here?
Who is standing here?
He's standing here, observing everything.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.